Hello and welcome to the Journal. I'm Steve Kendall. This edition, a little bit different. We're literally going to go to the dogs, or you might say the dogs have come to us. We're joined by members of the Bowling Green State University PAWS Therapy Dog Team, and I want to welcome Kim Ferguson and Bubbles, and also Sue Ryder and Joey to the first segment here on Journal. Thank you for both being here. We'll start with you, Kim. Tell us a little bit about Bubbles. Just give us kind of the bio, like what breed and how long you've had him, that kind of thing, and then we can talk about how you got into the program.
Sure. Bubbles is a 7-year-old greyhound. She used to race professionally on the racetrack, and now she's professionally retired.
Okay.
She was one of the very first PAWS dogs. We received an email from the Alliance of Therapy Dogs from Ashley requesting therapy dogs to come to Bowling Green, Bowling Green State. And she's been with the team for a couple years.
Okay. Yeah, and how did you get her retire her from greyhound racing? Because I know a lot of those dogs, sometimes the endings aren't real great, but in this case, she's kind of not a rescue dog, but sort of like that?
She's retired.
Retired, okay.
Her ending was phenomenal. She actually was one of the top 10 dogs at Wheeling Racetrack.
Okay.
It's called the All Wheeling Team, 2019. She was pre-adopted by myself. I knew her owner, her racing owner, and I said I would really love to give her a great retirement home, and she has that.
Yeah, yeah. Now, talk about what in part of her PAWS thing. So, what does she do? What's her specialty? Or is she just, because I know that they're there for reading things and they're there for a lot of other activities. But what's her best thing? Or is this what she does best right here? Relaxes.
It is. Her favorite place is the rec center.
Okay.
She loves to stand in the middle of the aisle and stare at people as they walk by, and kind of encourage them that she's there for them.
Ah, okay.
And all the weights banging and clanging don't bother her, and the loud noises, and the Halloween party, she likes to dress up, or doesn't mind it.
Yeah. What does she dress up as?
This year she dressed up as Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas movie.
Okay.
And then I was Sally, and her other handler, who was my daughter, was Jack.
Oh, wow, wow.
We were the complete family.
Yeah. And she loves doing that, doesn't bother her at all.
Doesn't bother her. She even had a hat as part of the costume. And usually she'll just lay down, and I've seen as many as 8 students just sitting all the way around her and petting her, and she doesn't faze her. She loves it.
Yeah, she just loves it. Just relaxes. Yeah. Now, Sue, let's talk a little about Joey. Let's find out about him a little bit, because obviously we're looking at 2 different dogs here. So what breed is Joey?
Joey is a party Yorkie.
Okay.
He's 3 years old.
Oh.
He's my COVID buddy.
Oh, okay.
I worked at Bowling Green Middle School in the office and retired in 2020. And a couple months later, everyone went to themselves because of COVID.
Sure.
And I was lonely.
Ah, okay.
I had thought about, before I retired, I thought about having a therapy dog and visiting people. And when COVID came along, I thought this is an ideal time.
Yeah.
So
now, where did you find Joey? How did you come across him?
I looked online, and I found a wonderful lady in Ottawa who has Yorkies and bred them. And I went down and talked with her and checked out the dogs, and she handed him to me, and it was all over from there.
It was perfect. Yeah, yep. Love at first sight. In other words. Yeah, nice, nice. So I know that when you take him, of course, to the university, does he have a favorite place or a favorite activity or he just likes everything that he gets involved in?
He just likes the students wherever they may be. We have been invited to a lot of the buildings, a lot of events. Wherever we go, he just has fun with the students.
Now, what are some of the events that he goes to? I know the rec center, obviously, that's where Bubbles ends up occasionally, but what are some of the things that he is in attendance for?
Well, the monster mash.
Oh, okay.
That was a big one. Some of the walks that we'll walk with the students. Some of the health and, well,
Some of the wellness activities, yep, okay. Now, when you get involved in both of you can answer this. When you get involved in like the reading part, because I know that the dogs are there, do you just go to different places and people just kind of gravitate to the dogs, or are there special things like, hey, there's a group doing something and that's where you end up with the dogs and they're there to just sit there and be friendly and nice and calm everybody down? Because they're obviously relaxed here, so yeah.
I think they put out an email or something, oh, the therapy dogs are going to be at so-and-so. Or if individual instructors, they request a dog, they'll let their students know. And we walk in and just chill. And
everybody relaxes and calms everybody
they'll
down.
come, we'll sit on the floor and they come to us, or we'll walk around the desks and that and let everybody pet them. And sometimes another instructor down the hall will come in, hey, can you come to my room too?
Word of mouth, sort of, almost
Yes.
literally, yeah.
And we've been to instructors to their departments
Oh, to the
and
offices, sure.
Yeah, and chill with them, and so we've been everywhere.
Yeah, because I know when I looked on, you look at on the online site and it talks about the fact, it's not just for students, it's for faculty, staff, so they can request. Now, I know that sometimes too the dogs go other places besides the university. So I know that you mentioned a place, that some people refer to as that school up north. But so what was your most recent off-campus trip that you made with Bubbles?
Bubbles went to the school up north. She went to Fall Fest at the School of Engineering at the University of Toledo. Her other handler is actually a student there.
Oh, okay.
So it was neat to see her friends and her fellow students there, and a lot of faculty and staff, which was really nice. Like you were saying, we're not here just for the students. We're here for everybody.
Sure. Yeah. Now, how long have each of these dogs been doing this? I mean, how long has Joey been a therapy dog, taking him out to see other people like that?
Joey came in about the same time Bubbles did,
Okay.
through the Alliance of Therapy Dogs.
Yeah, because one of the things you notice too is that, all the dogs are certified. It isn't just like any dog just shows up and becomes a therapy dog. There's a whole system that's involved in making sure that they are certified, I guess, whatever that means. So good. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this. And Bubbles, don't get too excited now. Just relax here. They're so cute. They're so nice and they're so easy. And first thing when they came in was like walk all around the studio, look behind everything, check it out, and then said, okay, we're cool. We'll do this. So, and as we said before we started the show, they're actually in charge of the show today, not us. So it's good. So yeah. Well, thank you so much, Sue Ryder, Kim Ferguson, Bubbles, Joey. Thank you so much, and keep up the good work. So good. We'll be back in just a moment here on The Journal with some additional therapy dogs, and we'll talk more about the PAWS therapy program here at Bowling Green State University. Back in just a moment. Thanks for staying with us on The Journal. Our guests are participants in the Bowling Green State University PAWS therapy dog team. We're going to be joined by Carol, Treese, and Benny here in a moment. Also Ashley Hartman, who basically you're sort of in charge of the program. So talk a little bit about what PAWS is and what it accomplishes, what its goals are, that kind of thing. Because obviously we've met a couple of dogs already. We're going to meet another one here in a moment. But talk about why PAWS is there and what its objectives are.
Yeah, we know that student mental health, faculty, staff mental health is so important, and one activity students always enjoyed was the therapy dog. So I actually had a social work student who this was her passion. She helped start the program, and now we have over 20 dogs that volunteer. Folks like Carol or individuals in the community, they volunteer their time at BGSU to bring their dogs. We have over 160 students that also volunteer with the program. So the biggest things I hear is just the comfort students can feel, faculty, staff too, but especially if they're missing a dog at home. And honestly, the students enjoy getting to know our handlers. You know,
Sure.
they get to know the dogs. And something the student volunteers love is being able to see their peers come around a corner and just their
Yeah,
faces light up.
Yep.
So knowing that they can do that. So it's been a really unique thing.
Yeah, rewarding for everybody. Carol, talk a little about Benny. Obviously, he's a pretty big guy. Sorry, Benny, I didn't mean to disturb you there. Just quit petting me back there. Okay. So Benny obviously is a little bigger than the dogs we had a moment ago. But so tell us about Benny.
So Benny is a 165-pound Newfoundland. We got him at 8 weeks old.
And how old is he now?
He's 6 years old.
6 years old, okay.
He was 35 pounds when we brought him home at
Wow.
8 weeks. So I really wanted a therapy dog, and my husband and I are alumni. So when I retired, I wanted a Newfoundland, and I wanted to make him a therapy dog. We chose brown for a purpose.
Yeah. Yep. Couldn't find an orange one.
No.
They don't make orange Newfies.
And
Okay, all right.
we named him Bennington George.
Ah,
So he has BG initials.
yep, there we go.
So,
Yeah.
but he started right before COVID. He had 6 months in, and we started at Mauer Cancer Center.
Okay.
And then COVID hit, and we got locked out.
Yep, sure.
So he had another year off right after we got started. And then we had been at the university before. Through the Alliance of Therapy, they would send out notifications that they needed them for Fall Fest and just simple things. But then when the student came in 22, I think in April she started, the PAWS team started, and we had events all the time. So
Yeah.
it worked out great.
Yeah, because it seems like if you look on social media, you guys are out and about everywhere. It's
Right.
a daily
There's
thing with
so
someone.
many
Yeah.
events, so
Yeah,
it's great.
yeah. Now, does he have a favorite place or a favorite thing he likes to do, or is
He
just,
loves the rec center,
Okay.
like Bubbles.
Okay.
The library he likes, except he can't cross the
The tiles, the
He,
floor.
yeah, he doesn't like. I know the one thing is that's why you notice we've got the well, they can't see it on the carpet tiles because he doesn't like smooth, slippery surfaces. So yeah,
But
yeah.
the outside events are like fabulous for him. So he loves being outside.
Yeah.
He also reads at the public library with
Okay,
kids.
yeah.
So on Tuesday nights, so he loves that.
Yeah, and I'll bet I mean, obviously too, we had the Greyhound, we had the little Yorkie, but obviously when he comes in, you don't miss him when he comes in. He's a
No.
big guy, but he's so calm and so relaxed. He's just a big friendly guy.
He usually comes in full force.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he's
Then he does this. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So-
yeah. Now, when you first looked around, I mean, you said you wanted a Newfie. Was there a reason why you wanted a Newfoundland?
Actually, way back, there was a dog in town that was a Bernese Mountain Dog, and his name was Walter. And he
Okay.
read at the public library, and he went to the schools.
Oh.
And I had a Newfie then, but I wanted a therapy dog after that because Walter was huge. So that was kind of my goal. But I don't know. They're water rescue dogs.
Yeah.
And they're gentle giants.
Yes. Yeah.
So like in Nana and Peter Pan. So they're just great dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and I guess the nice thing about him too, he can accommodate a lot of people because he can. Yeah. It's not like there's a lot to love there. He's just a big guy, and he's so calm and relaxed. I mean, he came in, looked around a little bit, but just settled right in. Came up here and sat down and said, "Okay, I'm ready to go." Now, when you go to look, do you have people who are calling you and want to become involved?
Yes.
People with their dogs and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so when it comes to therapy dogs, all of our folks are certified with the Alliance of Therapy Dogs. So sometimes I'll put a call out, but I've gotten to know some of our local trainers. And so typically when folks are looking to get involved, they'll recommend our program. We have over 70 events in a semester. So,
Wow.
and it's nice, some of our handlers are retired, so we have daytime things, evening things for those that work. We're still busy even over the summer. We work with community partners. We've done events with the Cocoon, Namiwood County, the Juvenile Detention Center, or the JRC, the Juvenile Residential Center.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can't remember the name. Nursing homes, or sometimes folks contact us and they want to host events at their site, so they want to learn more about our program or other universities. We actually presented at a national conference last year on the program, so it is something unique, the breadth of it all.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I mean, how many universities or organizations have a program like this? I mean, obviously, we're familiar with it because we have one, but then obviously, some of the dogs traveled up to the University of Toledo to do that. So not every school has this program, obviously.
I think the size and structure is a bit unique, so I get a lot of folks just learning. A lot of folks will be a person at a university who owns their own dog and would like to get certified and have the dog with them at work. But our folks, again, they're all community volunteers. That student volunteer component, I think, is a bit unique. But it's funny, we're so close to the end of the semester and I'm still getting people wanting to get trained to volunteer. And so again, that's kind of a unique thing, but they do a wonderful job. I mean, I can't speak enough of our handlers. Again, they care about our students as well. And you know, their students are away from their families. So to have this presence and people they get to know, the dog, the
reminds them a little bit of home. Puts them
A student texted me the other day and was like, hey, where's Gary-O and Oreo going? I see him on campus. Or, you know, where's Carol or Benny? Or can't wait to see Bubbles. Like students get to know, they have little business cards, kind of almost like baseball cards. So they get to, it's like collect them all.
Like a calling card, kind of. Now, we've got just a moment. Is there, what is, when Benny's not doing his therapy dog thing, what's his favorite thing to do when he's off the clock?
He loves to go to parks for walks.
Okay.
That's probably his favorite thing.
Yeah, because I know when on social media, I know he's out all times of the year. He likes the snow. He likes the
snow. We have a place in the summer that we go to. We have a lake place, so he's always in the water or on the boat. He loves boat rides.
Well, I know you've at times you've posted pictures of him. He goes in the morning. He goes out and waits on the boat. Like, okay, we're ready.
Boat ride.
One day he'll take off without you guys. He'll be out there piloting around the lake. So so good. Well, thank you so much, Carol, Treese, Benny. Thanks for coming on, Benny. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And Ashley, we'll be back in just a moment. We're going to meet another PAWS therapy dog and talk more about the PAWS therapy program. Yeah, you're my pal. Yes, you are. Yep, we're buds. Yep. Make yourself at home. We're good. Okay, back in just a moment. Thanks for staying with us on the Journal. Our guests are participants and members of the PAWS therapy program at Bowling Green State University. And we're joined in this segment by Gary Witzler and Oreo, and also by Jaden Mummy, who's a graduate student and also is sort of like an events coordinator for the program. Gary, talk a little about Oreo and how he got into the program. And you've obviously, when we were talking off camera, have been doing this for quite a while, but now you've got Oreo and the PAWS program. So talk about kind of your journey into the therapy dog situation.
Okay, well, Oreo is 10 years old, and my wife made me DNA testing to find out he's really a dog. But actually, a lot of people ask his breed, and he is 51% Chihuahua, 25% Yorkie, and 12.5% standard Dachshund. He's also very, very stubborn, and he's our 8th therapy dog. So you have to do certain obedience things to pass the test to get certified.
Talk about what, because we've met some of the other dogs, but talk about the process, because obviously not every dog is qualified for this.
Right. So Oreo. See, he's not paying attention.
That's okay. He can.
Okay.
He's
Oreo.
in charge today, so we're
Oreo.
good.
Hey, come here. Oreo, sit. See, Oreo didn't sit. Now Oreo down. He didn't down. So he broke my wife's heart, because out of all our therapy dogs, he's the only one that caused her to flunk, because he wouldn't do the hand commands. So I luckily passed, but I kind of helped him along a little. So she finally passed with him, and it took a year to train him, because he is so stubborn. And come back here.
He goes, you know what? He says, I'm in charge. It's okay.
And so he does have some quirks, like when he's not, his probably favorite thing to do is to lay on the couch and watch the front door, because we live in the country, and the side lights, there's a little opening at each at the bottoms that he can see. So he flies out the pet door and barks at any car, anybody that goes down the street. But he enjoys that. He does it all night long. So
he's a good guard dog, huh? Yeah. Now, when you mentioned the breed mixture, no one, if you look at him and said, "Oh, that's a Chihuahua," you'd never know that from the look. I mean, he's a cute little guy. Yes, you are. Goes, yes, I know I am. You don't have to tell me I'm cute. Yeah. So when you bring him on campus or various places, is there places he likes to go that he likes to do more than other things, or is he just good with everything?
the people that had him didn't really take him anywhere, and so he likes to go anywhere as long as he gets to go. So he doesn't really seem to have a favorite spot. He's pretty much comfortable wherever he goes. You know, we go to I think it's called Lowe's Camp Building, go to the Student Union, we go to the library, we go to the rec, and try to go to a lot of things because I'm retired and he wants to be retired, but not yet. He's got a ways to go.
He likes to go out there and just see lots of people and do lots of things. Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and they love him. And
Yeah.
matter of
Yeah.
fact,
You've got your little calling card here, I noticed. Yeah, we can get these. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it says,
So-
there's Oreo's little card. You can see that. And it says, Oreo, thanks for the visit. So, yeah, nice.
so we give those to students and people, and especially for the students, so that if they're maybe having a down day, they can look at the
Yeah,
card.
and reminds them of, makes them feel better.
Makes them feel a lot
Nice.
better.
And he's your reading pal, a little bookmark to go with it, too. So, he's a busy guy. You're a busy guy, aren't you? Yeah.
He
you are.
tries to stay busy.
Yeah.
So-
Now, Jaden, you of course are involved in coordinating a lot of the events where the dogs like Oreo and the other ones we've met today have get involved. So talk about your role with the PAWS program.
Yeah, absolutely. So for my role with the PAWS program, I am the event coordinator for the Office of Health and Wellness. And with that, we do a lot of different programs that focus on different development domains, specifically like mental health, substance abuse, emotional health, a variety of different things. So we utilize the therapy dogs in a lot of different ways to connect students and to also help students with the learning process of a lot of these domains, because a lot of the time when we talk about certain subjects, it can be a little intense, or students might feel a little pushback of engaging with these pieces. So what we do is we normally will have the therapy dogs there to participate with them, so students feel like they can have either a little distraction from the content that we're talking about, or can calm down a little bit with what we're engaging with. Or we just utilize them as a great way of creating a safer space for students. And that's mostly how we utilize them. We utilize them with our big events, such as our late night programming that we do, but we also use them for a lot of smaller events, or even getting students to use them for their meetings or before exams. A lot of different purposes for these therapy dogs.
Well, I was going to say, obviously we're coming up, toward the end of the semester. Things get a lot more intense. There's a lot of rush. There's a lot of things going on. So this would be perfect time for them to be around.
Oh,
give everybody
absolutely.
relax, just kind of, as you said, take their mind off this a little bit, just enough so they can calm down, relax, and say, okay,
Absolutely.
I'm ready to go now. I can face the issues that come up, the test or whatever. Yeah.
So there's besides the tests that we take so that our dogs are certified, also the university takes us for some training so that we know how to behave around the students, which is really important.
Sure.
And we appreciate the fact that they're willing to do that for us, and then it's a win-win for everybody.
And as you mentioned, he didn't have a lot of socializing when he was younger, so for him this is great. So he probably enjoys being out with everybody, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, he's a good dog.
When you mentioned, of course, when he's at home with you, is there anything else he does when he's not on the clock as a therapy dog? Does he have other hobbies or things that he likes to do, or is it mostly just watches the world out there?
Well, all dogs really need a job, whether it's protecting or whether it's doing the therapy work or service work. But we really don't do a lot. So, we do this, but at home, he, like I said, he just kind of lays around, and he likes to go to the park and take the walks. We do that. We go to Side Cup Park a lot.
Okay, beautiful park along the river down there, and Maumee River.
And we have another dog at home that couldn't pass the test because she was in 5 homes her first year and a half. And even though we've had her all this time, she doesn't do it. But they're buddies. They play together.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's good. So,
so
I know
that's
Jaden too. I know that one of the important parts of this. And I looked at the website. Obviously, there's a whole list of different dogs out there. But social media is a pretty important part of this program and the wellness program in general. So, talk a little about that.
Yes, so we utilize our social medias to get students to be aware of the many events that we're doing, and also about different trainings such as volunteer opportunities, especially for students who want to get connected to the BGSU PAWS team, whether that's through the Friends of PAWS or through our volunteering services through the BGSU Serves. People can follow us on our Instagram at BGSU PAWS team or the Office of Health and Wellness to learn more about how therapy dogs are utilized on campus, but also where they're going to be next, and how students can get more involved with being in the therapy dogs, whether that is just being a visitor with the therapy dogs, joining another student organization to get more connected to other folks as well who are interested in therapy dogs, but also to learn more about health and wellness topics that are happening on our campus.
Great. Cool. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Wish we had more time to spend with you and the dogs and everybody, because it's been a really enlightening experience for us, and the dogs are just so cool, and the program's obviously working well for everybody. So Jaden Mummy, thank you very much. Gary Witzler and Oreo, thank you for being here. You can check us out at WBGU.org. You can watch us every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on WBGU PBS. We'll see you next time. Good night and good luck.